Hi guys, I'm Tedward. Welcome back to Winding Road. Today we're doing a classic episode. This is a 1989 Mercedes-Benz 560 SL. The owner, my friend Arjun, is actually daily driving this car in the city, and it's got 33,000 miles on it. So let's go take a walk around it, and I'm going to show you what it's like to drive the pinnacle of motoring luxury, well, sports motoring luxury in the late 80s.
I need to figure out why this is like this.
My Porsche actually has a similar issue down here, and I always have to tug on that. I think it's just an 80s car thing.
Yeah, it's like at this point the crease is there, so it just like wants to stay.
Let me introduce you guys to Arjun, the proud owner of this 1989 560 SL. It's pretty special because it's only got 33,000 miles on it. He bought it with 31,000, and I've driven 380s. I've never driven a 560, so I'm pretty excited to see what, the big daddy of the era was like. So first, let's just listen to this thing on a startup. Classic Mercedes-Benz thriller music that haunts my dreams. I'm gonna put these windows up, but I am not putting the top up. This is a top-down motoring kind of day. This is so soft and perfect.
Yeah.
It's lazy. I'm barely having to even dip into the throttle to just maintain. So tell me about this engine.
It's a pretty old engine actually. They were using it for a while. It was originally 4.5 liters. So this is kind of its final iteration of it. 5.6 liters. Pretty much everything is mechanical. I think the fuel injection has like some electronic elements to it, but it's like the very first generation. And then besides that, it's hooked up to a 4-speed transmission. It starts in second gear. Most of the time you use it, but it does also have a kick down into a first gear for when you really need to get it going if you want to spin the wheels or something. But for the most part, it's set up for just lazy cruising.
Yeah, this thing, you were behind me just cruising at like 80 miles an hour on the highway before, and I was impressed because you just sat with the M3. What's funny about these cars, they're all very similar in the way that the throttle, there's about an inch or half an inch of complete dead space. It's not even tugging at the throttle linkage at that point. And it's kind of fun because you just have this weird dead space to play with, and then you can just start to take little bites of throttle, and you need like no inputs. There's a joy in driving a car that's lazy, that encourages you to be smooth and slow even. I miss that, you know, when you're driving like sharp, pointy cars all the time that are high strung, you kind of miss that like Grand Marquis feel. I remember some friends who had Grand Marquis and Crown Victorias, and I just always had this bizarre joy in driving them. Definitely a different type of enthusiast car, but I 100% get it. Steering wheel is massive. This is a big girl, but
It's kind of a bus.
yeah, it's like a bus, but at the same time, like the power steering is still like ever present. It's not like I need this much wheel. That's not slow. That was like 50% throttle too. Holds the gear pretty long. My apologies if there's a lot of wind noise. I'm doing my best here. Does this car have the 2 reverse gears?
I don't believe it does. I believe that was a later addition to this transmission.
I know that's like a weird Mercedes thing.
Yeah, no, but my C63 does 2 reverse gears.
Just in case you're getting away from some horrific issue with your Diplomat passenger and you need to do 60 miles an hour in reverse. The car is just serviced by European Auto Solutions in Natick, right? Waltham. Sorry, Ed. Waltham. And honestly, like these brakes feel really good. The 380 that I normally drive never feels like this. It always feels old and terrifying.
Look at that.
Little Mini Cooper. It's really silent driving along, other than some wind noise. But when you bury the throttle, you definitely get some impressive V8 noises. While there's no one behind us, I'm going to show you what these brakes are like. Now, I'm honestly less concerned about the brakes than the tires, because they're, you know, these monster sidewall crazy things, and they make a lot of noise. So like that was probably only about 60% of the brakes, if that. These would lock up in a heartbeat. It has ABS though, right?
It does have ABS.
I don't really want to feel ABS in a 1989 Mercedes, nor do you, I'm sure. But it brakes in a straight line. That's key. But you've definitely got to mind the squat and dive when you're on throttle and on brakes. But yeah, these brakes are legit. I don't feel unsafe. I mean, a lot of these older cars that I drive, I get a sense of like, great, it's very comfortable, it has enough power, but then you go to tap the brakes and you feel a little uneasy about it because they're positive, but it might unbalance the car. This actually feels really good because you've been daily driving this thing, and you know, it's very daily drivable. I'm trying to just like idle my way through this slowly, and the engine is pulling me right along. This is geared really low, or maybe it's because it's in that second gear.
Yep.
But I'm actually having to brake against the gearbox right now to keep it from accelerating. Most people don't think of vineyards when they think of Massachusetts, but we do have a couple. But what better place to bring this? Look at her go.
No slip at all.
Man, I'm about this car. Factory LSD. How much did this cost when it was new, Arjun?
Oh goodness, I have the sticker in the trunk. It was brand new in 1989. It cost $65,000.
So for reference, my Porsche, my 911 Carrera, brand new in 1988, was $51,000 and some change. So 65 grand in 1989. That's the equivalent. We did the math.
It's like 130 grand.
That's so crazy.
Today's money.
And not to be too mean to like 1980s technology, but this to me doesn't feel $130,000.
Well, it's because it's the body style from, like, originally it debuted in '71. So
they kept this around
for a while, and you know they did update it. Like this particular one has more modern, like you said, more modern brakes, more modern engine, all those kinds of things. But in general, yeah, it was a classic car basically being sold new on the lot.
We're certainly spoiled by cars coming out, manufacturers coming out with new body styles every 5 to 6 years, whereas like 911s didn't change from basically the 60s to like 97. I mean, and until the 996 came out, the 911 was largely the same under its sheath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I suppose you can see why they had a winner.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to go check out my personal channel, Tedward Drives, over on YouTube, and stick around for the next one.